Hey, I'm Rich.
And I'm Dave.
Now, we know you've probably spent many a nights flipping through Netflix, Amazon, or whatever on-demand service, seeing a flick you think looks cool, but don't know anything about, and wonder to yourself, should I watch this?
Well, we did, and we're here to let you know whether or not you should. Now, we're a couple of dudes that are pretty passionate about movies, pizza, and booze.
And we combine all three on this show, so before you go any further, just know it's gonna get pretty fucking explicit.
Yeah, if you're easily offended or don't like swearing, just turn back now. But if you stay the course, we'll kick back, relax, and let us assault your ears with the only movie review you'll ever need.
This is Raw Viewage.
Welcome back.
Oh, everybody, welcome back to the show. We are back and ready to rock. We are sans bourbon, which is great.
It's been banned from this household.
We are just rocking out with Two Roads Brewing. A little Road to Ruin here.
Road to
Ruin. Some of the best local brew. And then on deck, we have some Narragansett. And we are watching, Dave, what are we watching tonight?
Tonight we're watching A Cure for Wellness, which is a Gore Verbinski film. Gore Verbinski has made a few movies, but I think the one most notably he's known for the original Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy. So very visual pleasing director. This movie stars... and I apologize if I'm murdering his name, Dane DeHaan, who is the kid from, I think he was in Chronicle, he was in the newest Amazing Spider-Man movie, you'd know him, he's kind of a little emo kid, but he's a good actor, you know what I mean, he's pretty cool, he gives off, that vibe very well. And then the other great actor in this movie is Jason Isaacs, which you might be like, who the fuck is Jason Isaacs? Well, he is the bad guy in The Patriot. I believe he is Draco Malfoy's father in Harry Potter movies, to really fucking nerd out on you. He plays a doctor in this film, and the premise of this movie is, I guess, a young executive is sent to retrieve his company's CEO from some sort of wellness center where he has been kind of like left behind at, and he's gone there to try to get this guy back, and just... some shit ensues, I guess. Some sort of terrifying secrets and intrigue and all that. That is literally all I know about it. All I can gather from the trailer, from everything that I've ever seen about it. It looks like it's just supposed to be a mega psychological thriller. So it's a little bit less horror than we've maybe watched before. It's a little less big time CG action than we might have watched before. This is kind of right in between in the sense that it is a smaller Hollywood movie that I don't even really think had much of a theatrical release.
No, yeah, from what I remember, this movie was in and out of theaters pretty quick. I don't know what it was up against, but this just seemed like one of those movies that probably would fly under the radar.
Yeah.
As you said before, the main character, he is charged with finding a supposed crazy guy at a crazy guy resort in Switzerland. Being a mental institution. Now,
I would go to a crazy guy resort.
Yeah, crazy guy resort. Yeah.
For me. Yeah.
It sounds like Action Park or something, like Riverside. My only concern going into this movie is that this might... Now, I don't know anything about this movie. I haven't seen it, and I totally forgot about this movie until you sent me the trailer for it just the other day, meaning today.
This was 100 years ago.
It was 100 years ago.
So why are we even
dog
talking
years?
about
I don't know. Is that this might follow that same old trope of mental institution movies where... this guy was in a hospital bed the whole time and it's all in his mind, or like maybe he is the guy that's been crazy.
That's exactly what I think it is. I'm so glad you said it. He is the young, ambitious. This whole thing, I guarantee you, I'm fucking calling it right now. This whole time, the young, ambitious executive who's going to claim the CEO. This is all his. What you are about to watch is all his treatment.
Yep.
It's taking him back in time to when he was a young, ambitious executive, and now he is going to literally find himself. Yeah. I fucking guarantee you that is exactly what this movie is.
I haven't even seen this movie, but I already know what it is, and I hope I'm wrong.
Maybe right. I'm sorry.
When you see movies based around institutional facilities like that, it's almost 100% what it is every time.
Now look, we have to maintain some optimism here. So maybe we're wrong. Maybe what I'm looking for here in this movie is some beautiful shots. You know, I love shots.
They have some beautiful shots in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
You know, a lot of really cool stuff. So look, we're gonna come back to you, and however long this movie is, the runtime I don't have in front of me, but it is. When we come back, we will let you know if it's worth watching or not.
Yeah,
which
absolutely.
Is what we do here on Viewage.
Oh, runtime. 146 minutes.
146 minutes. Motherfucker. That's a long-ass movie.
All right, folks. So why don't you grab yourself a slice of pepperoni mushroom. That's our
podcast pie.
Pop yourself a brew and come join us on the couch. We're going to watch The Cure for Wellness. We're going to watch it so hard. Oh. Ew. It kind of got weird.
You like it?
I don't know.
1 hour and 46 minutes later.
Oh, why?
Jesus, Rich, I just don't know.
Ugh. All right, folks, we just watched A Cure for Wellness, directed by Gore Verbinski. This movie had a 42% on Rotten Tomatoes. It should have been fucking lower. This 4%. Movie was... I feel well just watching this movie.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is the cure for it, so...
Yeah, well, I hope they don't hit the bottom of it. It was ridiculous how bad this was. Man, I hate this because we have done 3 episodes so far of Raw Viewage, and 2 out of the 3 haven't been that great. Actually, I gotta say... The Void. I know we really shit on The Void, but toward the end we got into some good stuff about how the movie was actually pretty cool. Man, this one, it just did not pull through.
This takes the cake. I mean, to date, I've never wanted 2 hours of my life back. And 2 hours, do we even have a runtime on this? Because
we do. With this movie
was an hour and 46?
Hour and 46 minutes. Yep.
Yeah, I wish this movie was 3 minutes long.
It's funny. We talked about at the beginning what our thoughts were, and it was,
we were wrong.
We were wrong. We were absolutely wrong. We thought, this is going to be like an asylum movie where, everything that's wrong with the character is in his head, and it was like a different character that they had alluded to. Maybe it was all in his mind or her mind or whatever.
And all these things are so fucking stupid, and it's worse than that.
It's really bad. Yeah. All right, so let's get into the nitty gritty of this. All right,
let's get mean. Let's get fucking mean. I'm ready.
Let's do it. So, movie starts out right where this guy is clacking away on his keyboard.
Fucking nerd,
just knocking shit away on his keyboard, just working like a bastard.
Yeah,
and he starts to get a little verklempt. he starts to hesitate a bit, He's
rubbing his chest.
Yeah, he's trying to pull his tie away from his fucking neck. He gets to the water cooler, right? And he just collapses. Water cooler all over the floor. This is supposed to be some weird moment, right? And they close up on the water cooler.
Never explained,
except for the fact that this dude apparently was the lead salesperson of whatever company, because they keep shooting high rises, like building high rises in New York, like skyscrapers and shit. So he's some sort of bigwig for a company, but turns out he was just the best sales guy of the year. And next thing you know, it's, little orphan Annie rolls in.
Oh, this fucking kid.
This kid,
Dehan,
this toddler
Dehane,
rolls in. It was a... Yeah,
what's
Dane
his birth year?
DeHaan.
You got his birth year in front of you?
Ah, shit, I don't know, man.
I want to know, because he looks like he's 17. And, I know he's not. And, that's not a detriment. But, I mean, I'm just saying, kid looks mad young. He looks mad young. And
this kid looks like a toddler.
And you know what? He takes it up from there. And he is this young executive who is apparently killing it in this company. The same company that just killed this salesperson. This kid is killing it there. All his buddies are like, corner office.
Enough,
wait a second.
Oddly enough, this kid was born in 1986, so he's only 31 years old.
He's the same age as me. He's the same age as me.
He's the same age as us. Yeah, well, he's 2 years younger than me, but he looks like a goddamn toddler. And he rolls in. Apparently, he's the next in line to be the best sales guy. So everything's
falling on him.
Yeah,
to solve. So there's it just starts with him in this boardroom, and they're like, some shit is going down.
Right.
Some shit is going down, and it's all these executives we're doing this merger, but did you not? And they don't even really clearly explain. There's some bullshit going on, which surprise, it's a corporation at the top level, and they're like, oh, it's all over the books. And they're like, we have to hang it on someone. And it's either you, young executive character, who is the protagonist for the rest of this film, or it's the CEO who is apparently gone on a retreat and has not been heard from, except for a letter that has arrived where he's basically denouncing his life and society and everything and how people are just sick and weird. And so this kid has to go get him. Yeah,
so the CEO sends this letter to almost every executive, right? The executives and apparently the best salesperson of the year, he sends a sealed wax letter to.
Yeah, sealed. No, when we say sealed, with a fucking with a
seal
wax on
seal.
It, with a seal, actually sealed.
Yeah, exactly. With a kiss from the rose type of seal. So apparently he just flash lettered this thing out. For the rest of the and they're trying to pin some sort of fuckery on this kid. So they send him out to Switzerland. He goes into this asylum, starts signing all types of paperwork just without even looking at it.
Blindly slashing his name on paperwork.
Oh yeah, just signing his name with an X on everything.
And that's what I hate. That's what I hate about it. It's you just see it all happening. As a person, you're first of all, if I went into an insane asylum ever, I'd be I'm not touching anything. Yep. I'm not looking at you. I'm backing out of this. I would have people come with me. It's viewership of me not being a fucking patient for fear that I will somehow become a patient.
Yeah.
This kid is just slashing his name on shit. He's touching everything. It's just stupid.
Now, this is not a fast forward. This is exactly what happens throughout the entirety of the movie. Is you get the same old, asylum movie type of bullshit, right? And just nothing happens through the movie. You're seeing some weird stuff. You're seeing some really crazy things with a lot of imagery with water, a lot of imagery with eels. Yeah, eels, like the snakefish.
Snakefish is not even electric ones. I don't even think they're that cool. They're just regular old eels.
And that was basically it. The whole movie. It was him seeing weird crap and all that. And you're all right, well, is this going to follow through, like we said earlier, with the same old asylum movie tropes of, oh, this might all be in his head. Maybe he was lobotomized, and this is what he's dreaming of, or whatever. No, he keeps seeing his old man killing himself, and his mom dying, and stuff like that. And it none of that stuff goes anywhere.
Nope.
He sees this girl that's trying to, not even trying to kill herself, just dangling on ledges and stuff like that. Well,
there's the next important part is this girl shows up and she's wearing a ballerina outfit, just all la 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 la,
which is very similar to the ballerina outfit that the mom, the dying mom gives the kid
This ballerina figurine.
and it looks eerily similar,
Like,
but there's zero connection
dreaming.
to it. Yeah.
No, it's ridiculous. And all the while, like, okay, so what ends up happening is he shows up, he's looking for this CEO.
Yeah.
And
Pembroke.
And like it's just a pain in the it's more of a pain in the ass than finding anybody in a building should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like more of a pain in the ass. He ends up running into him, they're talking some shit, he says a bunch of weird shit. And then Pembroke like sort of disappears and the kid's like, all right. He goes back out to the driver of his car, Miguel, I think we called him. I don't know.
We called him that because he's like
he's
one
a Mexican
guy.
driver in Switzerland. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. And then, or he could be Spanish, but like he looks and sounds Mexican. I'm sorry.
Yeah, or like straight up like Puerto Rican from like New
Yeah,
York.
he does not have a European accent at all. Like he is just
like he's like a local.
He's from the Americas.
He's local
somewhere. He's a local ass motherfucker. Yeah, and he's just palling around in a Mercedes out in Switzerland, driving people around
out in the Alps.
Yeah. So he gets in the car with this guy. This guy starts driving away, and you're waiting for it. You're waiting for the reason. You know, you can just feel it coming. There's a reason why they're going to get held up. And then sure shit, like a deer. Runs out in the road, they hit it, and they go on this wild accident, and the kid wakes up in a hospital bed. And you're like, here we go.
Well,
here's how he got admitted into this crazy hospital.
He's got his leg in a cast, and
Never complains about the pain.
never complains about the pain, never wonders why.
I think we
he's
called
in
it from the
cast.
get-go. We're like, that leg isn't broken.
Yeah, well, he's like, he just blindly accepts, whatever the doctors say. Like, oh, well, your leg was broken and we fixed it. He's not taking any type of medication for it.
No.
Just making anybody that's ever broken a limb has taken some sort of painkiller or has gone back to the doctor to have the cast taken off, had their bone retooled, cast put back on, or whatever the hell. Nope, this doesn't happen.
And by the way, like even before the accident, they do such a heavy-handed job with showing you how he keeps drinking
The
this
water.
water. And Rich mentioned earlier, like there's so much water imagery in this movie that it's almost like insulting. It's like, stop it. Like, we get it. It's in the fucking water. We know it. It's not a mystery. You're not. It's not even like clever enough to be like maybe a couple people in the audience be like, I think it's actually about the water. Like it's just like you're drinking the water, and they show the water, and then they show the water coming out of the faucet, and then they show this kid just crushing glasses of water, constantly. It's just like
anytime someone pours a glass of water, this kid just guzzles the shit out of it.
Don't drink that. I swear to fucking God, kid.
God.
No,
Don't drink it.
Don't you fucking drink that water.
That's the cure for wellness. You don't want that. There's
No,
water
don't
everywhere.
drink. God damn it.
Why would you do that? And he's like guzzled.
Oh,
he guzzled
he
it.
fucking pounded that glass. Jesus, kid.
More water.
Stop drinking the fucking water, kid.
Oh my God. Hey,
Wait, he's starting to enjoy it. Drink it. That
drinking more water.
This is when I'd be like, all right, don't ever give me a glass of water again, you fucking animals. Oh,
Oh,
pour
you drink
yourself
the
some
fucking
more water.
You. Oh my God.
So good. Oh, there's still pizza.
Goddamn right there is. Bet your ass.
Don't drink that. God damn it. Stop drinking shit. People give you in this fucking movie. And it's like to a distracting point because you're like, nobody drinks water like
to
that.
the point where you figure like he just ran 5K.
Yeah.
And he's just like splashing water
oh my
down
God,
his
it's
throat the whole
unbelievable.
time.
It's like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? So like immediately you're just infuriated because you're watching this kid pound water and you're like, okay, it's a movie about an insane asylum where he's clearly not getting away from it any time. Don't touch, don't look at anything, like whatever. He's just crushing water. Anyway, I don't know, like he gets locked in this asylum and then he meets this girl with a tragic face.
She turns around, she has a she's kind of got a man face.
Your face looks like a kabuki mask.
She looks like if I took my ass off my ass and put it on the face of somebody.
Like if you smeared ink on your butthole and then like kissed it up against a piece of paper. She has a dumb face.
God, she looks like she doesn't know math.
As she grew older, her face became more and more stupid.
For a girl whose face looks like the bottom of a Converse sneaker.
Maybe that face will start looking less like a flapjack.
Yeah, less like a cheese grater.
Looks like a bird shit impact on a car that's going like 60 miles an hour.
Just trying to not make her face look like a piece of sandpaper.
Yeah.
I hope she turns her face into something that doesn't look like a protractor.
Vomit splattered on a street walk.
Jesus Christ, your face looks like a piece of Swiss cheese. Dummy Dum Dum face? I think it is. That's Dummy Dum Dum face. Oh, no, there's snakes everywhere.
Oh shit, he looks good. Oh, ugh.
It's that girl's face.
Alright, yeah, she got the same stupid face.
Bigger rack in the
Yeah,
picture,
better
though.
rack, dog.
Yeah, but her face still looks like a skid mark. Her face looks like it was run over by a moped.
Yeah. That was trying to get somewhere very quickly.
But not quickly enough.
Because it's still a moped.
So it kind of like camped on her face a little bit.
I think we mentioned it multiple times.
It was
it's not that she's so much
brutal
ugly.
face.
She's got a stupid look on her face all the time. And like the question is like the whole time you're like, is she 12? Like, is she 12? And then you see her tits in the end, and it's like, okay, well, she can't be 12, you know, and that's almost like more bothersome because you're like, okay, the whole time you're definitely over 18 and you look like you're 9. It's weird. And, oh, God, I don't know where to begin.
And this is the same chick that's, like, was kind of hanging around on the ledges of the castle that they're in and stuff like that. By the way, the insane asylum is like a castle type thing.
Yeah, she's a thing that happens. And then there's the doctor. Hold on, maybe we're doing characters way before we should be doing.
It's okay. I mean, like we kind of went through exactly what happened in the movie,
and like nothing else happens until the third act, which happens very late in the film. Like the third act in this movie is very strange. Like working on the 3 act system. This movie is very strange in the fact that the third act happens in the last like 10 minutes of the movie. It's very weird. I don't understand a lot of things that happen in this movie. And I know we say that, and I know we've been drinking.
Here's this fucking piece of shit.
Ugh.
Oh my god, you're so right.
She's the Baroness.
She's just getting a taste for culture.
Ew.
Maybe you find this is way into one of these.
But there was like nothing we missed. There was no pivotal moments that we were talking through or whatever. Like, we're like without a doubt, there was just a fucking complete because there's a scene where this guy, the main character, stands up in like the dining hall, and he's like accusing the main doctor, who is Jason Isaacs, the guy we talked about earlier, who is the bad guy from The Patriot, who's awesome. Even in this movie, he's like a good actor, but still, like, the movie just tragically awful. He stands up and he's just yelling, and he's like, this guy, he's the reason why you're sick. And everybody starts standing up. And you're like, oh, okay. You know, like, at first you're like, oh, these people are going to start revolting. But then they just start, like, shuffling at him, the kid, like a bunch of zombies.
Yeah.
And then they, like, grab him. And then it's like later on, he's like in some iron lung thing, and they're like extracting fluid out of his body.
Yeah. Apparently, the eels that he kept seeing were not just some sort of hallucination. Apparently, the eels that live within the channel, and I'm talking like not just like channel, but I'm talking about like a water channel.
Yeah, there's
water that live along this asylum. The waters within there, the eels that live there apparently live up to like 300 years old.
Right.
But anywhere else in the world, they live up to like 10. So somehow, just by you connecting the dots, you find out that they're extracting some sort of oils or whatever from these fish to help keep people alive for a very long time.
But through the use of
shoving them down everybody's throats and then filtering out.
So the thing, apparently, we're talking about this because we're still working on it.
Yeah, well,
like, Rich and I are still working on it.
By the way, folks, before we go any further, just after the movie ended, I checked the Wikipedia page to roll through the plot just to make sure we weren't so dumb that we blasted through anything. No. It happened verbatim.
Yeah, the people who wrote the Wikipedia page were like,
Yeah, they watch exactly what we watched.
There's
as drunken
also
idiots.
eels. Yeah.
Yeah, there is no mistake
For
that
some
we watched
reason,
that fucking movie.
The people who are at the insane asylum are all old.
Yeah,
And they're all old because I think this is what it comes down to, right? The
Yep.
eels are somehow extracting life out of them, and that's where they're getting this life juice from. Okay, then that's the other thing. The main character keeps seeing, like, body bags go out to this water channel.
yeah.
And they also talk about how... Oh my god!
Well, there's
we
also like
forgot
before,
this backstory.
Yeah, there's
it's
this
so
little
stupid.
backstory where there's
Castle. The insane asylum is in a castle.
Yeah, it's some sort of castle that was owned by a baron that, I don't know, some
Was
bullshit
doing some
happens
shit.
and like mummies.
The villagers came up and like
Yeah.
ransacked the castle,
Yep.
and they cut the fetus out of the baroness's body and threw it into an aquifer, and then burned the baroness. Okay.
Yeah.
And then they tell this like horrific story halfway through where they're like, but the baby lived. Which is like, okay, you're telling me 200 years ago you cut a fetus out and throw it in the water and that baby lives? Whatever. That's already stupid.
Oh, and there's some sort of bullshit about the Baron always wanting some sort of pure bloodline, so he has to, like, fuck his own family.
Yeah, no,
apparently.
the Baroness apparently was his sister. You also find out.
Right.
So the villain, in like once again, full disclosure, full open, whatever, turns out the doctor, the main doctor and villain, which you can also sort of guess,
Right.
is the Baron.
Oh, yes.
He has somehow figured out a way to extract an elixir using this eel method that we were just talking about that has caused him to live for 200 years. And he's also apparently done so with this fetus that apparently lived and caused his daughter to age slowly, who is this girl with the tragic face that we were talking about earlier. And now, apparently, 200 years later, she's
Finally
like
has
somehow
her period in a pool,
had her period
and,
in a pool, which is also a weird, gross
And now
scene.
he wants to fuck her.
And he's ready. It's just
he's ready to lay pipe on his daughter.
You're like, I know you're listening to this, and you're like, "This is all fucking stupid." Are you guys explaining this?
It's exactly
we
what
are
we
explaining
watched.
it to verbatim what happened.
No, yeah,
it is fucking stupid. And then like his fucking face peels off, and
like Little Monsters. Like the lawyer from Little Monsters, he peels his face off to reveal like this monster face.
Yeah, it was so dumb,
so weird.
I don't know, and then they fight, and then like, I don't even know how to be like. They fight, and then obviously he wins, and they're like, oh, and like the whole place is burning down again because when they burned 200 years ago, when they burned the Baroness, the whole castle burned out, but it's still standing because it's a fucking stone castle. So it's all on fire, and like the girl who's the daughter, she's the one who fucking nukes the old man.
Yeah.
Fucking puts a shovel clear through his head. I mean,
good
like
for her.
superhuman strength.
I mean,
like
awesome. she was the hero of the movie.
Yeah, no, she was. She was more badass than the fucking dweeb who was the main character. In that, like, he's getting choked out by this dude, and she's like, "Dad," and he like turns around and just wham, like edge of shovel right to his jawline through the top of his head. It was fucking impressive swing, baby.
That was an awesome.
She got him. She got him good, and so whatever. And then they're like riding away on a bike, and like this is one of my favorite parts is they run straight into it like a Lincoln Town car, and it's the CEOs
the executives that told him to go and get
who the movie opened with that told him to go get the CEO, and they're all like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Blah blah. Get in the car, and he's like, "No," and he gets on the bike with the girl, and they're like, "Are you crazy?" And he's like, "No, but I think I've found it's something stupid."
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
I found the cure for wellness.
And like it's like him riding away, and like he gets a weird smile on his face, and it ends, and it's just like, what?
Yeah.
You're gonna open a movie. You're gonna have this strong open with a salesman just dying, and there's no
Zero
reason
connection to
for
even
it.
the
There's
salesman.
there's none.
Yeah.
There's none. He drinks. I think he drinks. Okay, he drinks out of some water in like the office that he's working late
Yeah.
at, and then he dies and knocks the water off, and there's water seeping through, and it's like water imagery. Is that
and then-
really the point?
And
of
then
him?
in the boardroom when they're telling the kid to
It's
go
like
and
water.
get the CEO,
Oh,
there's
it's-
water, and like they close up on the
Jesus.
pitcher that's dripping like condensation down the side of
the
it.
water thing was so heavy-handed
I don't
that it
get
was
that.
aggravating. It was like, stop it.
Yeah, there were points in this movie where we were hoping like, okay, well, say this isn't like some psychological bullshit where it's all in the kid's head. Maybe it's aliens putting shit in the water.
yeah.
Maybe they're experimenting on people, and like that's the big payoff in the end. No, it has nothing like that.
It was stupid.
Because like that would be cool. But actually, there was a really cool scene where the kid is like guzzling water, of course, because it's all he did throughout
All
the movie.
he does is fucking
But
crush
then he
water.
wipes the rim of the glass with his finger, looks at his finger with this like little speck on it, and the speck like kind of curls and moves, and you're like, shit, dude, is that like a nano
Something's
robot?
going on, and then
like,
later on,
maybe like this is some sort of like robot thing controlling us, or maybe this is like aliens putting like something,
or later there
or
was
some sort of corporation trying to like fuck with us. I don't know.
anything like there was this old woman that he interacts with in his first visit, and she's like doing a crossword puzzle, and she throws out some like, what's another word for like a tough word? And he throws out another tough word, and then he does that, and like, oh, they're like, now they're friends. She's like, do you like puzzles? And he keeps like hitting her up, and he keeps hitting her up, and like she's onto something, and then she's like, there's a great, like she whispers to him,
Right.
like, there's a great darkness in this place. And then like later on, she's sitting on some fucking slab, and he finds her. She's still alive. She looks dead. She's still alive. She opens up her eyes. She's like, they're talking. And it cuts down to her chest, and her chest like weirdly moves. Like shit is in her chest.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing it's eels?
Well, yeah,
Like
because
baby eels or
that-
something? Like
that
I don't know what
final
the fuck.
scene, or like one of the last scenes in the movie where he's putting that iron lung. They shove a tube down his throat and start like pumping eels down his chest, I guess. And it's like, dude, those are live animals, man.
You're dead.
Yeah,
That's the
you're
thing.
you're donezo.
You're dead, and then they cut to him sitting on a bench.
Yeah.
Like, what? You don't even at least have an eel hangover? Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, eels
You don't
just
have like
fucking
eels
all
trying to
in your
slide
body,
out of
like-
your butthole at all.
Yeah, they probably still are slithering out your dick hole.
Any type of hole, yeah.
This dude fucking plows a hose down his fucking throat and fills him full of water and eels.
Dude,
and
not
like
even if it wasn't eels, even if it was like a gallon of water, you
just
would
a
still
gallon of
have
water,
to
be
shit a gallon
shitting
of
water. Yeah, I would be
You know what I
fucked
mean?
up. I would be fucked up the next day.
Yeah.
That leaves that bitter taste at the back of our throats.
Flying out your butt. Into a toilet.
Is there an
That's when he went off the rails.
Definitely snakes in the toilet.
I hope there's snakes in that toilet. Like someone upper decked the toilet with snakes.
Just shit a bunch of hot snakes into it.
Yeah.
Oh god! Is this as bad as a treat?
Like they were up all night drinking a bunch of bush.
The toilet again.
The toilet's telling you something, bro.
He's like, the water here sucks. Trust me, I drink so much of it because I'm a toilet.
I drink it every day.
I'm a toilet. I've lived here forever.
Feed me.
Please.
I haven't eaten in days.
Open my mouth.
He's just yearning for someone to take a shit in him.
He's the real hero of the piece.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna pull a tooth out.
Get a tooth
He's
out.
gonna pull a tooth out.
But you know what? The thing that absolutely drives me nuts is like they are pounding these eels into their bodies or something. I don't even know because like this isn't even explained a little bit.
Right.
Like even if the eels go into their body and do something, I don't fucking understand because the iron lung they're in somehow creating fluid that the characters who are living for very long periods of time are just taking these these tinctures, like these droppers. They're taking droplets of this fluid that is somehow
That they call vitamins.
It's just water.
Vitamins.
Oh,
vitamins.
If we are concerning,
The vitamins.
The vitamins. If he has some, if he takes some. They got the vitamins.
Yeah, but the vitamins looks like it's like some sort of opioid.
And there's a vial of vitamins.
What did you fucking think?
Of course, there's vitamins on there.
They call vitamins. Yeah. But this fluid is somehow mined out of human hosts using these eels. But they never explain like why. Like maybe it's because like the eels go into the body and they do this and it creates this thing and like it doesn't fucking make any goddamn sense.
Yeah.
And like eels, that's what you went with. Like it'd be one thing if they figured out like we just made this machine. You know what I mean? That extracts the life out of people. But they never even also explain, like, all the people there are like, I don't want to leave. This place is magical and it's wonderful. Why would you ever want to leave?
Yeah,
because you seem very happy about this fucking place. Dude, I would be so angry if I was this guy.
let it flow through you. I love this. I love it.
This chick is talking about how great this place is, and she's dangling on a ledge half the time. What the fuck is the matter with you?
Yeah, dude.
And she's singing like a creepy little kid.
Is there's not even a thing where like they're taking drugs or anything to make them want
that
like
would make
not
more
want
sense.
to leave? Like they just don't want to leave because these people are mining precious life off of that. I don't even know. It's so fucking stupid.
The eels and all that stuff would make sense. Like it would make a lot of sense if the company that the kid worked for was like a pharmaceutical company and they made no bones about that.
Yeah.
You know, they were like, okay, well, the CEO went out to, just inspect regulations personally of like an offshore factory that they owned, or like a research facility that happened to be in the Alps and also happened to be a mental institution or some bullshit. It had zero connection to anything.
What you just said, I think every movie that we've reviewed so far, we've talked about how it could be better. What you just said, that is how you make this movie better, right?
It's a connection.
Pembroke. What is his name? Pembroke.
Pembroke
is the CEO who's gone missing. What you do to make this movie good, even remotely good, is Pembroke shows up. Is there? He's there when the kid shows up, and he looks fucking fantastic.
Right. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like he looks better than he's looked
what
in
I was
years.
Expecting.
Exactly. Like, and he is just there the whole time. He's like. And he's telling the kid, you got to get into this treatment. You know what I mean? Like you got to get into this treatment because this is what you have to do. You got to be like me. You know what I mean? Like you got to. And this kid just does it because the person he looks up to, his mentor, is doing it. And what you come to find out is that Pembroke went out here to find out what the fuck was going on, and he was turned on to some weird magic, essentially, that's 200 years old, where you can live forever off of the backs of plebeians, basically, who are willing to come here and have their life force extracted out, and this guy is just getting younger.
That's kind of like what I had thought.
That could have been a cool movie. That could have been a really cool movie.
That scene that we had just talked about, where they put the kid in the iron lung, they put him next to Pembroke, who was in an iron lung.
Yeah.
And that is the scene where I almost expected to find out that this was a facility where they tricked young people into coming to suck the life force out of them and put them into the old, like, rich people. And it just wasn't that. I was like, shit, I would have been happy with that. I was like, oh, yeah, this is great.
But I almost feel like that's actually what they went for, because everyone there was old.
Everyone in there was old.
Because they had been maybe pulling their life out.
Ultimately, it only came down to the doctor, who apparently was the Baron, and his daughter, whom he wanted to fuck.
Right.
that was it, though.
It's so easy. You could have had scenes where, like, the older chick that he was talking to, the one with all the puzzles, there could have been a scene where he was like, where they were talking real quickly before an orderly came and swept her away, where he's like, what year did you come here? And she was like, 2008.
Or like...
And she's like, and she leads in and she's like, I'm 31. And she looks 65.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that could have been... Or she was like, I'm born in 1986. And you're just like, oh my God. Ew. Like, something has been going on. Like, that... Oh my God. How much more intrigue could God damn it.
Yeah.
We just wrote a better movie. And like, then this piece of shit was.
There were so many options that you could have done.
God.
Like, I mean, I
Endless,
gotta tell you,
endless.
like, and from the commentary, we rocked like so many different options. Yep, there's your illusion right there. He doesn't know he's dreaming.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
And
You like puzzles?
hate him.
Not really.
Because this whole movie's a goddamn puzzle, and you know what? At the end, you're the guy who's fucking insane. I hope. All right, dude. I'm hoping right now that this is like Alien. Like there's like an alien invasion that's going on, and they're experimenting on people. And this
If
whole
it goes
bunch of
fucking
guys.
crazy like that, I'll love this movie.
I want that so bad. That's not.
Yeah, but
what
if they're
it
like,
is.
we're an alien race here to make you happy, I'd be like, haha, awesome!
Yeah, you know. Wait, I got it. This kid is actually the salesman who died at the beginning during his last moments
You think?
because he
Okay.
forced himself to work all of his life, and now he realizes that the cure for wellness is fucking living. Ah! It's either that or aliens.
I'm gonna say some wild shit right now. That shit he was on his hand that was moving? Nano machines. This is actually
That
way
would have
more...
been so cool! Maybe he is a robot. Maybe you're right. Maybe this is technology.
Maybe he's a RoboCop.
Ugh. Now there's going to be snakes on the table. There's going to be robots coming out of the walls.
Be like,
I'm
they
telling
weren't...
you, though, the Baroness might be a succubus. They're all vampires.
Yeah.
Something. Just give me something.
Vampires, just be vampires. If it was
Dude,
just
yeah,
vampires,
we said vampires.
didn't
We
even have to
said.
be machines. Just be like, why are there 2 marks on your neck every day?
I
Boom.
think what the Baroness chick was named Elizabeth. I kept saying succubus because
Yeah.
because there was like Elizabeth Bathory or whatever her name was, like the Hungarian, you know.
No.
Oh, you don't know?
No.
Folks, go look it up. There's like some ancient, like almost vampire tale that rivals Dracula. Named Elizabeth. I think Bathory is the last name, and that was some Eastern European countess or like princess or whatever that would just bathe in the blood of virgins, and she was a real person too. And like she was apparently like just some real like psycho type of ruler.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And
oh my god.
That would have been cool. Like and that's kind of where like the succubus, partially like some vampire and succubus legends came from.
But the young
and
girl.
that would have been cool.
Yeah,
like,
the
if-
young
if-
girl. The young
yeah.
girl in the ballerina
Yeah.
dress all the time. You're like, oh, she keeps acting like she's this little girl. But
Right.
What
And-
if she's this 200-year-old creature who
Exactly.
just
And-
keeps feeding off the life
Right.
force of all these
Right.
And
What
it
does a
turns out
vampire or
in the
succubus
third
do with
act,
that?
you finally find out that it's her that does it. Oh my god, we're just sitting here, we've just done 2 rewrites on this movie that were way better than the actual
Yeah.
movie. Because
Yeah.
really what it came down to was it was about a baron who, using the water...
Using the eels
Using
in the water.
eels in the water of a Swiss castle, found out that you could live for a very long time if you somehow extracted
Like the oil or whatever. Yeah.
they don't even say how
The extract,
whatever
yeah.
the extract is from the eels being in the human. It doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Yeah.
It's so
It
does, but it's so disconnected and stupid that it's like it doesn't even. It's just like, and then there's the Baron. And
Yeah.
he did these experiments.
Exactly.
And he gets the brown liquid. And he's
It sounds
he
like
lives forever now.
It sounds like some executive from like Warner Brothers walked
20th
up.
Century Fox.
Yeah,
the
like
makers of
walked
this
up
movie.
to like a homeless man and was like, "Pitch me a movie."
Me a movie.
You know, like
What was the name of the bum? Stoopy Teeth. Shit, I wish I could. I don't even remember. It's so good.
Yeah,
it was so
like-
good. The Weatherman. Yeah, like
shit, I forgot.
I don't know. It was good though.
Stoopy something.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Smacked him in the mouth. His toothless mouth.
Stupid toothless face.
Stupid toothless mouth.
Stupid toothless. You remember Stoopy?
Stupid toothless. Couldn't brush his teeth, but he'd tell you when the rain's gonna come.
Every time. Dead on target.
Fucking nailed it.
You want to know what the weather's going to be like? Go talk to Stoopy Toothless. Yeah, he's sleeping down in the park. Trust me, nobody's gonna fucking tell you when the rain's gonna come. To get you the 7-day outlook, you could set your fucking clock by it.
Yeah.
Love the idea of a homeless weatherman. Stupidest thing I ever heard.
That guy. Walk up to that guy and be like, pitch me a movie, homeless person. And like he's like, okay, there's a Swiss town with the eels. Like, are eels even like fucking local to the Alps?
There might be some sort of
Oh my god, they better be.
species.
Oh, they better be. I'm gonna try to Google this.
This movie made 0 sense. I don't get it.
This would take way too much research, but I just don't feel like eels are local to the Alps. I mean, maybe they are, but even still,
there might be a species, but like this was trying to fit, and this is the what we kind of ran into with our very first episode, The Void. They tried to fit so many different things that might have been cool concepts. This movie, they might have been cool concepts if they had time to write them. The Void had dope concepts that just didn't really hit, but this one had just concepts that they threw at a wall to see what stuck, and they were like, all right, well, we've got this one kid who's kind of a star to attach to it.
There's nobody. There's those two characters that we
just
keep
Dane
mentioning.
DeFon, and then the guy that was from the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah,
Jason Isaacs.
And that is it. Those are the only two recognizable characters. And what I will give this movie is that it has one thing, which is it is pretty looking. It is a very pretty looking movie. The lighting is fantastic. And the shots are wonderful. I mean, once again, Gore Verbinski did the first 3 pirate movies, and like those movies are beautiful. They might be shitty. I mean, like I love the first Pirates movie kicks ass,
rocks.
But like the second 2 were like what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like much like the Matrix movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like
I agree with that.
like he still knows how to make a movie look pretty, and that was the only thing that even was remotely interesting about this movie was how pretty it looked. But there were multiple times in this movie where I think we both were like, "Is this done?" Like, God damn it! Can this movie be over?
It was one of those movies where it was like, get to the point.
Yeah,
right? It was like, all right, we get
shit.
it. There's some weird shit going on in an asylum. We've seen this about a billion times.
Yeah.
And almost 100% of the time, it's all in your head type of shit.
Bad.
But
it's so funny because, like, I don't mean to go back, but like when we watched The Void, I was just mad because that movie was just not what I wanted it to be. But this was just like I had no expectations, and I went in and I was just like, oh, this is just a bad movie. This is a bad movie made by people who have more experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
The Void
experience
kicks the shit out of this movie.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
If you're on episode 3 now of our podcast and you are thinking about going back to The Void, go back to The Void because I think we're kind of funny. Dude, watch it. Watch it before you ever watch this movie.
I almost want to go back and re-record The Void.
Apologize to
and
The
just,
Void.
and just
like,
talk this shit up.
I'm so sorry.
Because
it's like
this movie...
It's like when we did The Void, it's like we broke up with The Void and then we went out and we like dated. You know what I mean? And like we dated some seriously bad shit. Yeah. And like I'm ready to go back to The Void and be like, I'm sorry. I kind of miss The Void. I'm an idiot. You're hot. You're smarter than I am as a human being. It's just everything. It's just oh my god.
Yeah, maybe The Void wasn't that bad.
No, there was bad shit out there.
It totally was. The Void was. I'm not going to start talking about The Void.
Come on, we could digress all the time.
Because but this one I would definitely.
I don't
not recommend.
I would not rewatch it, and shit, if I could go back in time, I wouldn't watch it the first time.
I agree. And that's not anything that we're exaggerating on. It's no hyperbole. This was just not a good movie. Do not waste your time, folks.
If you liked this movie,
if
you liked it, contact me. I'm ready to fight you.
Physically, I am ready to come to your house.
Physical combat. I will challenge you in physical combat.
Yeah, I will take you to the aggro crag.
There is something wrong with your fucking brain because you're a fucking idiot. And holy shit, this is just bad. All right, let's take it to the inhaler puff scale.
All right, inhaler puff it away.
If we're gonna do this, 1 of 5. I'm sorry, it was bad. It was a bad movie. And like, I don't even want to give it. I don't want to give it less than 1 because at least there was like some major production value in it, and there was some semi-decent acting. But like, as far as a movie being written is concerned, and like, you know what? Actually, the dialogue wasn't as laughable as it should be, but just being stupid. I mean, like, I just can't shrug it off. Like, it's just a stupid fucking movie. 1 out of 5, because I don't ever want to watch this movie again. And I would tell everyone that I know not to ever watch it, because it's just like, I don't want to waste an hour and fucking 46 minutes of your life. And Jesus, I don't know. That's my inhaler puff rating.
Yeah, no, I will give it 1 inhaler puff out of 5 as well. No, I'm right there with you. This movie, it's one of those movies where when you watch the first 15 to 20 minutes of it, you've seen the entire film.
Oh, yeah.
You can walk away, do the dishes, walk the dog. You know, like maybe do, I don't know, a little
literally
paperwork.
anything.
Yeah, anything, like, you know, mow the lawn.
Fucking laundry.
And come back. And then come back.
Even if it's a big lawn.
Yeah. Come back and watch the last 10 minutes of it, and you'll be 100% caught up. You're not missing anything by taking off on this movie.
Complete piece of shit.
Don't worry about
and
it.
We're not out here picking pieces of shit. I mean, this movie...
No.
This movie looked kind of cool from the trailers, and it wasn't until we opened it up like this very evening to talk about it, where I looked at the Rotten Tomatoes score, it was like 42%. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, but that could be anything. That you can look at 42% and be like, okay, well, that's just critics and assholes.
Absolutely.
This might be actually like a diamond in the rough that the majority doesn't understand.
At one point, like I said in an earlier podcast, the movie Smokin' Aces, which I love.
Yeah, that movie
I can
rocks.
watch Smokin' Aces 100 times because it is pure fun.
Again, it's like a big dumb movie.
Movie, but it has a 22%, or it had a 20. I don't know what it is now.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when it first came out, it had a 22% on Rotten Tomatoes. I was blown away because I walked out of the movie and was like, I just had so much fun watching a movie. This has double that score. And was a complete piece of shit. I mean, like, unwatchable to a degree. Like, we've watched shitty movies. Back before we had this podcast called Raw Viewage, Rich and I just had a movie. Our whole idea for what we're doing now was when we would get together and do exactly what we're doing, except now we're recording it. We called it Shithead Cinema.
Yeah.
We would get together and we would just watch a movie that was on demand that was just like, it could either suck a bunch of dicks or it could kick a whole lot of asses, and we're going to watch it, we're going to fucking talk, and we're going to drink, and then we're going to like sit around for another hour after it's done and talk about it. Now we're doing it. This movie still would have been on it. We're not picking pieces of shit. We're trying to pick movies that we think might be okay.
Yeah.
And this one is not.
We're not in the business of sitting down and watching crappy movies to tell you how crappy they are.
No.
I think you all can understand how crappy a crappy movie is, but we want to sit down and watch the movies that maybe people haven't really heard about, or like maybe we'll sit down and watch a movie and tell you why a movie might be better than you think it would be.
There's nothing more that I love than talking about movies that I love. This movie, way piece of shit. 1 out of 5 inhaler puffs. I stick to it strong. You give it a 1 out of 5.
Absolutely, dude.
And
totally
Rich, you
agree.
are ever the optimist. That's almost what I
Well,
love. Is you're saying that you hate
here's the
this
thing,
movie
like-
before we even finish it. You love movies, or don't love movies.
No.
You will like things in movies.
Not necessarily. Like, I like to see like where movies were trying.
Yeah,
You know,
and I don't mean that as a detriment. I'm just saying, like
I'm the type of guy
you are
that,
more of an optimist than I
well,
am.
no, like I'm the type of guy. Like, for example, I liked the Daredevil movie starring Ben Affleck.
That's true. You did.
I did. I saw it in movie theaters. The director's cut is actually a lot better than the theatrical cut. It still not makes it much better, but you know, the way that I look at it is, well, back in the day, like, what did we have for superhero movies?
No, you're right.
It was the first X-Men, and then Blade, and then everything that came before that, which was like the shitty, like, made-for-TV, Nick Fury movie. It was like the Captain America movie that sucked ass, where he was wearing like a motorcycle helmet. Yeah.
You fucking nerd.
Well, dude, I'm a comic book artist. Of course, I'm a nerd.
I'm kidding. I love this shit too. But this movie,
at any rate, like I try to see like the good stuff, and I'm not an optimist for being an optimist. I'm not like a nice guy for being a nice guy. I only like the shit that I actually like. And this is some bullshit that I hated. I really didn't like it. I hated it. It wasn't good.
No, it was shit. It was shitty.
No, it really was. If it wasn't for the fact that there was good production value behind it, and there was like that awesome shot where like the train was going into the tunnel,
that scene really spoke to you, huh?
Well, it was cool looking, but that was it.
No, was absolutely.
It
was a shitty movie that was made with a lot of money, and that if you're anything like us, that gets to you because you're just like, we had 6 ideas that were better than this fucking movie actually was.
We shot them out too before we even saw this movie.
Yeah, we had so many better ideas, and like even some of our ideas are fucking stupid, and we know that, but they're still better than this fucking movie.
Oh yeah,
and that's what's aggravating. Is like even the dumbest shit that we can talk about, or you can talk about with your friends, was cooler than this movie was.
Yep.
Like, think of a sanitarium movie, and think about a plot that you want. Think about 2 plots that you want. Those 2 movies are already better. They're already better than this one. And this movie was trying to do something original. It just failed terrifically.
Even if you could say, even if you did exactly what I expected, which was the standard issue sanitarium movie that we already talked about, like, oh, it's all in his mind, and you showed me some cool, ridiculous shit.
Yeah.
You showed me some cool, hellish, like Hellraiser type stuff. I would have been like, all right, you know what? It was some cookie cutter bullshit, but this looked dope.
Yeah.
And I probably would have given it like 3 to 4 inhaler puffs, but god damn it, this was a fucking one because it sucked so much assholes.
It didn't bring the asthma out.
Oh my god, it totally didn't.
Wheezing. I didn't even wheeze. I took a hesitant single inhaler puff.
You know something? I was breathing like a track star the entire time.
And you looked good while you were doing it. I was there. I saw him.
I didn't sweat at all.
Nope. Drop.
I really didn't.
Well, at this point, I think it's fair to start talking about. Once again, I feel like we have to already go ahead and plug it. Please let us know what you want us to watch next.
Yeah, let us know.
I have no ideas at this point. I think we've been really putting off the Split movie with James McAvoy.
Yeah,
it's an M. Night Shyamalan picture, which already is asking for trouble.
Yeah,
but,
that might be in the pipes. I heard it's actually very good. And I'm really
James
excited to check it
McAvoy
out.
is such a good actor.
So dope.
That, like, even if it's a shitty movie, he plays 21 characters, I think, in the movie.
Like, he literally plays 21 different
And I'm
people.
even just watching a good actor perform 21 performances in a single picture has got to be something that's worth a watch. And even if it sucks, I think I can at least speak to the fact that at least James McAvoy is being the shit.
Yeah.
But, we got Split. There's also a couple movies on the horizon that I want to put out there. There's The Survivalist, which is a good survivalism movie. But my fear in that movie is, like, I think 3 characters. And we are huge character-driven people. And we also like to, like, laugh and joke about shit. I feel like that's the kind of movie that's just going to be so, like, sad and dour and weird that we're just gonna be like half of the movie gonna be like, can we just stop?
Yeah.
But I mean, there's also I just recently in theaters, and it's probably like a soon to be on demand because it's not a huge movie. Is the movie with Joel Edgerton? It Comes at Night or something like that. I think it's called, which looks like a cool movie.
Looks dope.
There's also The Bad Batch that comes out at the end of this month.
There's the Belko Experiment.
Oh yeah, that one was in theaters, but nobody saw it.
Nobody saw it.
Nobody saw it. It looks like a ripoff of Battle Royale.
Yep.
And just because there's a couple actors in it that are worthwhile, the guy who played Zandu or whatever his name was from Guardians.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it? There are some characters in it. I think that's one that is, if anyone's ever going to watch it, they're going to watch it on demand, and we're going to let you know how we feel.
Yeah, that comes out at the end of the month on demand.
But we're always open to suggestions. So
so send them our
let us
way.
know.
By the way, we are, again, we said this in the past, but we are not in the business to watching movies that you already know that sucks to tell you how much they suck. So just keep that in mind. We are open to see some new shit. So send us some new shit, please.
And newer shit. Like, once again, don't ask us to do a review on Troll 2. Maybe someday we'll get to a level where we can do some throwback episodes. But, like,
when we get squirrely, we'll do it.
Yeah, but don't ask us to do something, whatever. But at the same time, just fucking send us something. We always want to see what it is.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. Just send it. Yeah, you know, I'm always up and willing because I mean, shit. You know, my cravings for movies change on a daily basis. I know they do for you. So, you know what? Fuck it. Just send it to us regardless, and we'll take into consideration if we watch it. We watch it. Know what I mean?
Now, to play this out, what was the theme song for this movie?
There she is, and all of her weird old bullshit blurry.
Do you remember
exactly
how it went? Oh, fuck, I hate it. Oh, your asshole is so gross. Stop it, I'm done. Later.
Hey everybody, this is Rich, just giving you the send-off for this episode of Raw Viewage. Just going to try to keep it short and to the point since we did kind of go over on the actual episode itself. We want to give a huge shout-out and a very big thank you to the band Calabrese. Without them, we wouldn't have our theme song, which is their song, Lust for Sacrilege, off of their album, Lust for Sacrilege. Great band, great group of guys. Definitely check them out at calabreserock.com. Also, they are available on social media. Check them out. Can't say enough good things about them. Also, we want to give a big thank you to the makers, creators, and all the guys and gals involved with A Cure for Wellness. I know we dogged on this movie quite a bit, but we honestly can't wait to see what they have next. We want it to be kick-ass. We want to love it. Yeah, can't wait to see it. Also, big thank you to you guys, the listeners. We really appreciate you kind of putting up with us through our drunken rantings. If you have any suggestions as to what movies we should listen to next, feel free to drop us a line at rawviewage@gmail.com. We will be jumping on social media and whatnot soon, but Jesus Christ, folks, baby steps. Now, without any further ado, as a reward for you putting up with us throughout this entire episode, there are some bits of bonus viewage that didn't quite make the cut. Enjoy. Turn it the fuck on.
It's on.
All right, well, you know, movie's coming on, guys.
Just so you know. Shoveling shit on the side of the road. Yeah, welcome. He knows all the shit. That guy, right there.
Yeah.
The guy shoveling shit on the side of the road. He knows all the shit.
I feel like a shit shoveler would really know.
Yeah, he'd be like, that shit right there?
Shoveled it.
I've shoveled everyone's shit. If I shoveled shit for a living, I'd be like, look, I've shoveled a lot of shit.
Yeah, and this is some shit that I've shoveled. I've shoveled shit like it.
I've shoveled.
And I sure as hell shoveled this shit. Yeah.
So get your shit together before I shovel it. Wow, this is just... Jesus.
Thanks, dude.
Right. Anything left in you?
It's the hops.
Oh.
Doc, what's it trading?
There we go. Thanks.
There's
Welcome
the
back.
bastard.
Jesus Christ, you salty fuck.
Gee, you scared me.
We're all concerned for your well-being, Mr. Pembroke.
Stock's trading top of the line. Your mistress is wondering where you are.
Dude, maybe this
Says her
CEO
pussy's wet and it needs to get mopped up. She told me to tell you that. That broad is sick. God damn, it's good to see you again, sir. Now I have an 8-ball of Coke. Shit. Yeah, you know what's back in my pants.
It's
But we
okay.
can go back there.
Do you have a cigarette?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Oh my God,
yes.
old man Pembroke! God damn it! Don't do this to me ever again.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Oh fuck! You'd love it, Pembroke. We hit a deer on the way over. Did you eat it? No, no.
Oh, you shoulda.
Christ, get me out of here.
But this is actually way more high tech than you think it is.
I hope so. I
Because,
hope so.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I hope, dude. I hope that is plugged into a virtual reality machine.
but no, but they can control.
Hey, there's a flashlight. That's not technology. Sorry.
Your eyes are still in your head. That is a good sign.
There is your eyeball.
And there is the other.
Hey,
Ew.
ew. Those are the worst tits I've ever seen.
I've never seen tits that. I
Why is this guy jerking off to him?
must not get much in the way of tits.
That would fucking freak you out.
My girlfriend here, Broomhilda, has strange flat boobs, and they do it for me very.
She has boobs that look like crepes.
Please see some good tits.
Yeah, it's not yucky ones.
We've seen a lot of yucky tits in this movie.
Yeah, yucky boobs.